Fences and more, call Wallace & Wallace. Overhead doors installed, just call us 452-2700. WallaceFences.com.
Hey, Curtis from Wallace & Wallace here on our last step in the fence installation, the gate. I'm going to show you how to build a gate, I'm going to show you how to hang a gate, and I'm going to show you how to put on a self-closing spring so that gate shuts behind you. What you're going to need is 5 things to build this gate. You're going to need your gate frame, you're going to need your mesh, tension bar, J-clips, and fence ties. Now I'll show you how this goes. You're going to put your tension bar through the mesh just like we have previously. These little things here we call J-clips. It's what attaches the chain link mesh to the gate frame. So I like to evenly spread my J-clips out and across. So I'm getting the tension here. Just want to imagine that this tension bar is going to be in the mesh here. So anywhere that you pull it, that's where the tension bar is going to be. So you're better off going tighter than loose. Just like undoing the mesh at a section, we unweave the link for building the gate. Now I'm going to put my tension bar through, not missing a link. I like to use my knee as kind of a leverage point, and I get my center J-clip in first. Line it up with the other one, get the J-clip on. All right, so I'm going to show you how to tie it. Now I'm tying it the exact same way as I have the top rail of the frame of the fence. Looks good to me. I'm going to go 3 diamonds in, 1, 2, 3, put a tie there. Now you're going to flip the gate over, do the exact same thing, except for you got a half diamond on each end now. So I'm still going to go 3 diamonds in, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there you have it, folks. We've built ourselves a chain link gate. And I'm going to show you the pieces involved in hanging your gate. What we're going to need here are 2 post collars and hinge bolts to attach to this post, 2 sets of hinge ferrules to hang on the gate side, finger to hang on the gate, and our catch to hang onto the post. One thing I will want to mention, while deciding on the width of your gate, you're going to want to make your gate 2 inches smaller than your opening that you have here. So what we do as a standard is 42-inch opening, and our gates are 40 inches wide. So that gives us 2 inches of clearance for our fittings. You can make your opening to be whatever size you want and either cut your gate down to size or extend it if need be. So installing these post collars here, you got an interlocking back piece that will face the outside. So I got my first one on there. Make sure that I move that hex nut to the same point as this one, about 7 or 8 teeth down the line. Make sure that they're the same distance. And then you hang your top one the opposite of the bottom. Fasten these. Now I'm going to install my hinge ferrules onto the gate. While installing the hinge ferrules, you're going to want to face the female side on the side of the post collar. The hole facing in. And what we like to do here at Wallace & Wallace is face this bolt in towards the tension bar, which makes it easier for adjustments later on. We like to face this one outwards. Now I'm just going to repeat that step up top here. So you're going to want to rest the gate on the bottom one. I like to kind of eyeball and establish my height. That looks pretty good. You can hit this up or down a little bit if need be. I'm going to tighten this up here. Lift up the top, set it in place. You're going to want it to be straight from one end to the other. You can make all those adjustments using the ferrules, moving them up and down, left and right, to square this off here. You're going to want to make sure that you have even gaps on both sides. Right now the catch side is looking like a little bit bigger than the hinge side right here. So I'm just going to knock these ferrules over a little bit, shift the gate over. Looking like the tops line up fairly well. And now we install the latch. This is your catch system for a finger and catch. What we do is just slightly bend it open, put it just right underneath the first tension band on the section. Feeding it through with your regular nut and bolts, tightening it up. We can close this gate just to make sure that nothing's gonna happen. Looks like that J-clip's gonna be in the way, so I'm gonna wanna lower my latch a little bit. All right, now that I got my catch on, I'm gonna install the finger now. Tighten it up, see where we're at. Right there, we're looking pretty good. So you always need to do kind of a final adjustment, up, down, in or out, just to make sure that your gate does swing. I always like to certify it, check it a few times, make sure that it is functional. When installing a self-closer, one thing to keep in mind, it does depend if your gate is a left-hand swing or a right-hand swing, will determine if the spring goes downwards or faces upwards. That's all dependent on the tension of the spring. In this situation, we're gonna have ours face downwards. If it is swinging from the right-hand side, my self-closer would face like that, and that would be the spring. You're gonna wanna match the hex head nuts so that they're about the same length. So we're looking pretty good right there. So you install your post collar just like we have in the past. So you wanna install it somewhere in the middle of the gate is just fine. Tighten this up right off the bat. Now next you'll need to install the hinge ferrules. You're gonna need one up top, one on the bottom here. I'll start with the one up top. All right, now that I'm on the other side of the fence here, I'm just gonna get the bolts through, tighten them up. So it's looking the exact same, the same width. The hinge ferrule should be at the same angle as the top. If you find that it's slamming a little bit too hard, you can tighten up all the hinge ferrules. You can over tighten them, which will grip this finger too tight, therefore it won't allow the gate to slam. Once again, just like I did with the latch before, I'm gonna test it 3 times. There you have it. We've built our gate, we put on our ties, we hung our gate, we installed the self-closing system. Our gate is complete.